And we are live. Good evening, folks. Mobile Giza here. And on tonight's Friday Night Tech Talk, I have a special guest, a friend and follower, Mark Gallagher. Say hi, Mark.
Hello, guys. Nice to be here.
So Mark's a guy who's been, I guess he's been a subscriber of mine for a few years now, and we've had a little back and forth on Instagram, and I've just learned to um, my phone always kicks off when it goes live.
Mhm.
So we've had a little back and forth, and I've learned to respect his opinion. So I should probably let you guys know what's going on with Friday Night Tech Talk. Going forward, Mike, Will, and I will be on the first three Fridays of every month. And the fourth Friday, and if there's a fifth Friday, fourth Friday going forward will be me and Mark. And the fifth Friday will be me and a British friend of mine, Steve Warman. So next week will be Steve and I. So this is Mark's first broadcast. Am I right, Mark?
Yep. First broadcast ever.
So be gentle with him, folks.
Please.
But you see,
Please.
I know how to replace because Mark and Mike are the exact same age. In other words, both young enough to be my sons.
And still be grandparents.
Exactly. We're here to confuse you folks. We're doing our best. So tonight it's just Mark and I, and we'll be going through our usual format, going over some of the stories of the week. And let me check to make sure I'm on Facebook because I should be live on Facebook. No, that's not what I want to do. Yes, I think I should be live on Facebook. Last time I was able to see myself live on Facebook. And there it is. Okay. I click join there. Yes, I can see us on Facebook and I can see us on YouTube. So you can watch us on either one. If you follow George Hayes on Facebook, you'll see the same stream there as you're seeing on YouTube. So you can follow me anytime I'm broadcasting. You can follow either one. So, Mark, you ready to jump in?
Yep.
Okay. So we're going to start with what I thought was the top story of the week, and that is John Legere stepping down from T-Mobile CEO. So I'm going to go over and get that story up, and I'm going to try to share it. Let me see if I can share it. Share screen. Okay.
Yeah, I lost that story here.
Okay, that's right. I got to get my story over to where I can share it. So I got to get it over to the other screen on my PC if I can. There we go. Okay, now I should be able to share it. There it is. Okay, so we'll stick with the usual format, folks. I'll be reading the first story. Mark will be reading the next story. So it just seemed to me that after 7 years, this was a big deal, and I just felt like it should be the lead story. So, Legere stepping down as T-Mobile CEO. As the Sprint merger continues, T-Mobile CEO John Batman Legere will hand the reins to longtime deputy Mike Sievert and know he's not going to rework. T-Mobile USA CEO John Legere will step down on May 1st, that's key, to be replaced by his longtime deputy Mike Sievert, the company announced today. And this was, I believe, 3 days ago. Today's news is the result of a comprehensive multi-year succession planning process that is focused on ensuring a natural progression of the business, Legere said. Mike has helped to build our incredible culture, and Mike is 100% committed to continuing the Un-carrier strategy. T-Mobile will continue to be a disruptive force in wireless and beyond. Legere's departure is timed so he can see the T-Mobile Sprint merger through, or rather, we always expected the new T-Mobile to exist about 6 months ago. he said. The merger, now 18 months in the making, has been stalled by 15 state-level lawsuits charging it would reduce competition in wireless. These suits begin to go to trial on December 9th. Going to trial, we also understood people would say, how do we know the Un-carrier strategy is going to continue? These are important components of why this deal should be approved. Sievert, jointly hand in hand, created and architected all of these Un-carrier moves, Legere said. Legere himself isn't retiring. He will remain on T-Mobile's board and is entertaining offers from companies looking for a similar transformation to the one that took T-Mobile from a laggard to a leader, he said. I've got at least 30 or 40 years and 5 or 6 good acts left in me, Legere said. I love that attitude. One company sounds out of the running, though. I was never having discussions to run WeWork. In the next story, you'll hear a little bit more about that. Changing of the guard. Legere's departure leaves 2 big holes in T-Mobile's executive lineup. Sievert is moving up from the COO role, and CFO Braxton Carter will be departing next summer, Legere said. The company is looking at internal and external candidates for the CFO job. In my mind, Sprint's Brandon Dow Draper now becomes a front runner for that COO position if the merger closes. Most of Sprint's executive team consists of recently hired caretakers who haven't been with the company long and were essentially hired to shepherd the company through the sale. The 2 standouts, however, are Chief Commercial Officer Draper and CTO John Saw, both of whom came from Clearwire, a home internet provider Sprint acquired in 2013. The company may be making room for Saw by promoting current CTO Neville Ray to President of Technology, a somewhat nebulous position that leaves space for a lateral move by Saw. I've been speculating for a while that Saw may be put in charge of T-Mobile's upcoming home internet business. For what it's worth, I think Ray and Saw would work well together. They're both extreme geeks who take pleasure in creating new consumer-friendly solutions out of oddball wireless technologies. On the other hand, Draper has a $10 million golden parachute, according to the Kansas City Star. That's not a bad parachute.
No.
The bigger question will be whether Sievert will continue T-Mobile's role as a disruptor in the industry, even if the carrier merges with Sprint. Sievert was one of Legere's first hires and has been with the current team since its inception. On the call, he and Legere pledged several times to continue with T-Mobile's disruptive strategy. But while I've always found Sievert dynamic and charming, Legere is a unique character. That's an understatement. Legere has 6.5 million Twitter followers compared to Sievert's 52,800. Legere calls himself Batman, including on today's call, and has a popular streaming show where he makes food in his slow cooker. He also did most of the talking on the call. When the time is appropriate, I'll be fielding offers from cable TV stations for his cooking show. One of these Sundays, I'm going to show up at Slow Cooker Sunday with a shirt on, and the shirt will say, "Your logo here." That's pretty good. Okay, I think that's about it. So I just thought that was some pretty big news for the week, because this guy has really built this company into much, much greater than it was when he got there. Mark, any comments from you?
I agree. I've been a T-Mobile customer. We're going on 14 years.
Okay, so you got me beat by a month.
By a what? A year or a month?
No, by a mile. I've been a T-Mobile customer for going on 5 years now. I was a Sprint customer for 11 years previous to that.
Yeah, so they've been great to me as far as from a customer standpoint.
Yeah.
I have absolutely no complaints in the entire. It'll be like 14 years in February.
Awesome.
I have absolutely no complaints at all in that 14 years.
Yeah, and I love my T-Mobile. I have 3 of my own lines. My wife has a line, so we've got 4 lines total, and I love my T-Mobile service.
I had a story about T-Mobile several years ago. I was had all my kids on phones, and my daughter ran up when I relocated back to Minnesota. I get just kind of upset. She ran up a humongous phone bill. And so I got this bill, and I'm like, what in the world am I going to do? And I contacted T-Mobile, and it was extensive, and they ended up halving it.
Right.
So and they were very helpful. That helped me out a lot in that time.
Okay, very good.
So
Let me see if I can recognize it. Well, Mike is in here. Will is in here. Nigel is here. Jason C. And here's his comment. Let's be honest, Leger at his age is looking for a major payday. Can't blame him. His legacy is in place. Well, that's for sure. Let's see. I guess Alan from why can't I remember Alan's site? Work. What am I trying to say?
trying to see that.
Oh, Tech at Work. Thank you very much. I had my senior moment. There you are. And Eleanor's in here, and Sixto was the very first one in here. Got to make sure I get that out there. Let's see. I think that's everybody that's in here at the moment. All
I'm
right.
not seeing the comments.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you should be able to see them if you have the stream pulled up on another device. All right, Mike here. Mike is asking, what snacks am I serving? Hasn't even shown up here yet. You know, we are Jersey
Coffee.
through and through, and we keep proving it. You know. Yeah, I've got my Minute Maid lemonade. Come on over, Mike. You can have some too. You know, just a hop, skip, and a jump from Jersey to Tennessee. Hey, TJ just came in here. Good to see you. Thanks for coming by. For those that missed it, just in case you missed it, Jason, TJ, and maybe Alan, going forward, Mike and Will and I will be on Friday Night Tech Talk the first 3 weeks of every month. When there's 5 weeks in the month, the fourth week will be Mark and myself. And this month has 5 weeks, and the fifth week, every month that has a fifth week will be myself and a friend of mine in Britain. So next week he'll be on with me. So Mark will only be on the fourth week in the months that have 5 weeks. And I'm very happy that Mike decided to join us. And this is his first broadcast. And obviously he's handling himself very well.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so we ready for our next story? Because it's still T-Mobile and Jean Leger.
Yep.
Okay, and let me get it shared the screen. Let me know when you're ready.
All right.
You all set?
Yeah.
Okay. I am sharing now, and you can start reading whenever you want. This is on TechCrunch.com.
Bear with me 1 sec.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got the iPad and 2 phones going on over here.
There you go. It's a juggling act. I've got 2 screens on my Windows computer, and I've got the YouTube on one phone, and I've got the Facebook on another phone. Wow, I've got, oh, thank you, Will. Just got that from Will.
I don't know.
Thank you, sir. And I have a friend of mine, one of my motorcycle buddies from Florida, watching on Facebook, Angel Maldonado. And I think that's the first time Angel has come in, because I just started broadcasting on Facebook. So Angel, welcome and thank you for coming in. All right, you let me know when you're ready.
I will. Yeah, the story's not pulling up. I can't read it off the iPad. I'm trying to get it up on my phone here.
Okay. Well, I guess you're not a phony, so it's harder, right? Oh. All right, where's my sound effects? There they are.
The drums.
There we go. Okay. It takes longer.
Okay, yeah. All right, here we go.
All right, here we go, folks. This is on TechWinch. Go ahead, Mark.
Okay, it said he's reportedly not going to take over WeWork, but John Legere is definitely on his way out as CEO of T-Mobile, the carrier that is currently merging with SoftBank-controlled Sprint. Today, the carrier and Legere confirmed that Mike Sievert, current COO, will succeed Legere as CEO as of May 1st, 2020. Legere will stay on the board. Neither Legere nor T-Mobile commented on what the next move will be, and specifically if this will pave the way for him to take over the top job at WeWork. There have been reports that Legere of a turnaround specialist has been lined up for the job, a job at the very troubled office-based startup, which has had to shelf its IPO earlier this year after showing poor financial amid questionable management that not only led to the departure of its founder, Adam Neumann, as CEO, but a strong devaluation of the company as a result of SoftBank as a major creditor taking control. The reports of Legere coming in to fix things at WeWork seem to get refuted quite swiftly. However, the same sources that squashed that story also insisted that he had no plans to leave T-Mobile, with elements of the report in doubt that could put WeWork rumors or the thoughts of other SoftBank roles, for that matter, back on the table. We've asked Legere directly, and we'll update this post. He replies. Legere has been with T-Mobile since 2012. He has used his irreverent personality to directly spar with the industry, while at the same time position the carrier, which has a long trailed bigger competitors like AT&T and Verizon, which owns us,
Right.
in size and a growth story and different from the pack, hence the Un-carrier marketing strategy. The stock price has over that time has gone up, and the carrier is currently valued at around 65 billion. Notably, the stock is down about when this was written, 1.5% back. And says Sievert will be tasked with continuing the route that Legere set, T-Mobile set, demonstrating that T-Mobile remain a disruptive force in the wireless marketplace to benefit consumers. I hired Mike in 2012, and I have great confidence in him. I have monitored him, and as he took on increasingly broad responsibilities, he is absolutely the right choice as T-Mobile's next CEO, Legere said in a statement. Mike is well prepared to lead T-Mobile into the future. He has a deep understanding of where T-Mobile has been and where it needs to go to remain the most innovative company in the industry. I am extremely proud of the culture and enthusiasm we have built around challenging the status quo and our ongoing commitment to putting customers first. The Un-carrier.
I didn't know how long this thing is. You want me to take some of it? Because it's still long.
Oh, I'm fine.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm fine. The Un-carrier culture, which all of our employees live every day, will not change. Sievert said in a separate statement, T-Mobile is just not about one individual. Our company is built around extraordinary, capable management team and thousands of talented, committed, and the customer-obsessed employees. Going forward, my mission is to build on T-Mobile's industry-leading reputation for empowering employees to deliver an outstanding customer experience and to position T-Mobile not only as a leading mobile carrier, but as one of the most admired companies in America. Regardless of whether this is a sign that SoftBank indeed has a job lined up for Legere at one of its other portfolio companies, such as WeWork, the changing of the guard makes some sense, as the merger with Sprint could leave the question mark over who would lead the combined business. The two companies who were reportedly close to releasing a management lineup for the merged business earlier this year, but that has yet to happen. The merger is due to be completed early next year.
Okay. So I just want to put that story in there, stressing that he keeps saying he is not going to work as a company that has lots of problems. But if I were him, I wouldn't be going to a company that has those kind of problems. But
Right. Looks like they had it, like what you were reading, they had it in the cards for this was kind of set up this way for him to, for his departure at some
Yeah.
point.
yeah, and obviously they're expecting this whole merger to be completed by the end of April because his last day is April 30th, and that'll be Sievert's first day. So, then of course they've sweetened the pot in their merging, trying to get these attorneys general in these 15 different states to stop saying that they're going to be making things worse for the consumer instead of better. So obviously, since the trial starts December 9th of next month, I guess they're figuring that it's going to be over at least in the first couple of months of next year. So, because they at one point, both of them, both CEOs of Sprint and Leger said that they would not put the merger through until this lawsuit stuff is settled. So hopefully they'll keep their word on that. Okay, moving on. Next story is about Disney Plus because that was a big deal this week. And I don't see myself. What about you, Mark? You thinking about Disney
I
Plus?
did. When you sent that article to me, I went and signed up for it.
Oh, okay.
So they have a free, I think it's I can't remember, I want to say a week or something where you can
Right.
yeah, and then so yeah, I did it. I got it on, I went to see how many devices I could put it on. I loaded it on 5 different devices. I think there was some controversy or discussion last week with Will that I think he was talking about Disney Plus as far as it
Okay.
being limited, low,
Right.
a limited amount of devices a person could load it to.
Okay.
But I figured we'd just try it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we've watched a couple Disney movies yesterday.
No Avengers yet?
No, not yet.
Okay. Oh, L4 Dinger, who I don't remember seeing before, but he is. Oh, I gotta get out of the share screen. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, he just said good evening. And also, Jason still had one comment. Does anyone else see the similarities with this as when Steve Jobs handed the company to Tim Cook? Yeah, I guess there. Yeah, I guess him handing it over is kind of the same thing. I hadn't thought of that, but that does kind of seem like the same thing. So, all right, we're going to move on to the Disney Plus story. Let me get the screen shared. I'm going to be reading that one. And then we can talk about that since Marker's our expert now, so that's good. All right, this is on AndroidCentral.com. Disney Plus streaming, what it is, show and movie lineup, tips, and more. Finally, the most anticipated streaming service is here, home to not just Star Wars, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and all your Pixar favorites, but educational entertainment like National Geographic and storied series like The Simpsons. Oh, and all the Disney movies and TV shows you could ever want to watch. What is Disney Plus? Disney Plus is a streaming service that brings together all of the content in Disney's massive media empire, from Disney Pixar to Marvel to Lucasfilm to National Geographic and 20th Century Fox in one easy-to-use app. Available on most major platforms and with hundreds of films and TV shows from the Disney Vault and recent theatrical releases, Disney Plus is a tantalizing realization of a dream many Disney nerds like myself have had of being able to watch their favorite shows and films in one place rather than having to hunt for them across a half dozen services. And this is also the first time a great deal of television content Disney has produced is available for streaming. Disney Disney Plus review: a spell has been cast over my streaming heart. This guy likes Disney Plus, obviously. This is the future of video for Disney. Anything and everything that falls under the Disney umbrella, and make no mistake, it is a huge umbrella, will go through the Disney Plus app on whatever platform you wish to watch it on. If that sounds impossibly big, well, you're right. But Disney has done well to pave this road with the also extremely successful ESPN Plus, which also is owned by Disney and runs on the same technology. In fact, Disney bought the company that built the streaming side of things. The best part of Disney Plus is that it is ridiculously easy to sign up for the service, whether you're at the desktop computer or on the go with your phone. It takes less than a minute to sign up for your free trial, and there's no silly onboarding app to try and jumpstart your recommendations or watch list. How to sign up? There's a how to sign up for Disney link. Where is Disney Plus available? Disney Plus launched in Canada, the Netherlands, and the United States on November 12th, and launched in Australia and New Zealand on November 19th. Disney plans to launch Disney Plus globally in dozens of countries over the next 2 years, but it's going to take a while. The tentative timeline for the global rollout right now is March 31st, 2020, United Kingdom, France, Italy, and Spain. First half of 2020, other Western European companies. First half of 2021, Eastern European countries. Throughout 2020 and 2021, Asia Pacific countries. First half of 2020, Latin America. If you don't live in a country where Disney Plus has launched and you're too impatient to wait for it to come to your own market, there's still an option. But you're going to have to jump through a few hoops, namely using a VPN to pretend you live in a country where Disney is available. I don't think I'd be jumping through those hoops. Yes, using a VPN, you can create a new Google Play or Apple account, or switch your current account to a US, Netherlands, Canada account and add your credit card with the US zip code. It's then possible to sign up for Disney Plus with payment being done through Google Play or Apple. Sounds like an awful lot of work to me. Best VPNs that work with Disney, the link for that. You'll have to use a VPN to watch on any and every device you watch Disney Plus through if you do go through with this method, which can be tricky on some smart TVs. You'll also have to remember to turn your VPN on and off when you're not watching if you don't want it interfering with other accounts and services on your phone and laptop. Whole thing doesn't sound like a good idea to me with the VPN.
Cool.
Disney Plus is available on quite a few devices at launch, but it's not as universally available as Netflix yet. Whether you're on a phone, laptop, TV, or gaming console built in the last 3 years, chances are Disney Plus is available right now or will be available soon. Disney Plus is available on Android phones and tablets, as well as Apple iPhones and iPads. The benefit of using Disney Plus on a phone or tablet rather than watching on a smart TV is that on those devices, you can download videos for offline playback, which is something you can do on up to 10 devices per Disney Plus account, meaning everyone on the plan can keep a few videos downloaded in case of emergencies like being trapped on a Wi-Fi-less flight. Desktops and laptop computers. Like all modern streaming services, Disney Plus allows you to stream directly from DisneyPlus.com on Windows and macOS computers. Sorry, Linux. Pardon me. You can't download videos for offline playback when streaming through the browser, but you do have some handy keyboard controls. While the Disney Plus help page says that Chromebook browsers aren't supported, and back during the initial beta test in the Netherlands, they weren't. Streaming through the Chrome browser has worked on every Chromebook I've tried so far after a timeout error on the initial DRM check. Chromebooks are the only laptops that can download videos for offline playback because Chromebooks also they can use the Android app via Google Play. So I did read that right. It's rather unfortunate that Disney didn't release a universal Windows platform UWP app, especially since in order to release an Xbox One app, they've already done most of the work needed to make one. Since 4K streaming isn't currently supported when streaming through the website, a UWP would be a great way to allow Windows 10 media PCs to stream Disney Plus in UHD. Consoles. Most people want to stream on a bigger screen so they can enjoy Disney Plus with their friends and family. And that means that supporting the gaming entertaining consoles that we use now more than ever. Support for Android TV and Roku devices was announced from the first Disney Plus presentations back in April, along with support for Google Chromecast, Apple TV, but the main holdout was Amazon Fire TV. After months of negotiations with Amazon, support for Fire TV devices was announced just days before the public launch of Disney Plus. On the gaming console side, both PlayStation 4 series and Xbox One series are supported right now, and the upcoming PS5 and Xbox Scarlet are expected to be supported when they launch next year. I honestly believe that gaming consoles are the best for watching Disney Plus because you can use your controller triggers to fast forward and rewind more easily than using the on-screen controls. That makes sense. On the mobile console side of the equation, no mobile consoles are currently supported, although Disney has hinted at bringing Disney Plus to Nintendo Switch in the future. We have no concrete timeline on when it could launch on Switch, but hopefully it won't take too long. Smart TVs is one area where Disney Plus has somewhat limited support at the moment. Only a handful of smart TVs have Disney Plus apps at the moment. LG's TVs running WebOS 3.0 produced in or after 2016. Samsung TVs running Tizen OS produced in or after 2016. Sony TVs running Android TV. Beyond these brands, there's support for TVs that run Android TV, Amazon Fire TV, or Roku TV. I had that through their respective app stores. This is great news because you can't stream Disney Plus through browsers on smart TVs. Most TVs with Chromecast built in or Apple AirPlay can play Disney Plus content streamed via the Disney Plus app on Android or iOS. The outlier to this support is Vizio TVs, which have outdated, unsupported version of Chromecast built in on them. AirPlay still works on Vizio TVs, but Android users will need to buy a standalone Chromecast that is being properly updated by Google. Which devices support Disney Plus in 4K? There's more UHD content on Disney Plus right now than I thought there'd be this early on. But unfortunately, playing it will require a 4K smart TV that supports UHD playback, or even 4K supported environment consoles connected to a 4K TV that supports HDCP 2.2. So even if you have a 4K screen hooked up to your gaming PC, you won't be streaming 4K that way. There are plenty of 4K devices supported, such as the NVIDIA Shield TV 2019, as well as a whole host of excellent 4K TVs at every price point from $300 to $3,000. So I think the bottom line there is if you have a 4K TV that you can actually see 4K on, you should be good to go, which I have one of those.
You want me to?
You want to go
You
for it?
want me to continue? Sure.
Okay.
Okay. What can I watch on Disney Plus? Disney has prided itself on its vault of extensive content for decades. While the Disney Vault strategy was started to decay in the digital age, Disney Plus will reap most of its rewards by hosting most of the Disney Vault, as well as an impressive array of content from Marvel, Lucasfilm, Fox, and National Geographic. Right now, Disney Plus has about 500 films and over 7,500 TV episodes, including most of the films in the Marvel Infinity Saga and Star Wars Skywalker Saga. There's every movie available on Disney Plus for the US, every TV series available
And
on
those
Disney
are
Plus
links
for
that
the
you can
US.
click on if you get into the story.
Correct. There are tons to watch, but unfortunately, Disney didn't see fit to put all of its films in ordered playlists for easy marathoning. This would have been especially handy for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but since Disney doesn't have a handy playlist, we went ahead and made one for you so you can focus on prepping snacks for your Marvel movie marathon.
And I have checked out that list, and it's pretty good.
So speaking of tons to watch, I waited a long time to get all of my favorite shows and movies in one easy to use place. And as such, that meant that I had a long list of things I needed to watch, rewatch, and rewatch again because it's been so long since I've seen them. These are the first 16 films and shows that I watched on Disney Plus. So let's see. Disney Plus is just one of the major digital platforms Disney is serving up in the new streaming era. It's its largest. Oh, something happened here.
Should I continue?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead if you would, please.
Disney Plus is just one of the major digital platforms Disney is serving up in this new streaming era. It's the largest for sure, but it's also just one part of the puzzle. Have a look at ESPN Plus. If nothing else, and if you're a sports fan of any kind, you should all consider a subscription with ESPN Plus. It runs on the same underlying platform as Disney Plus, so you'll be pretty familiar with how things work. As for the content, well, if you thought there were lots of sports TV, wait until you get a look at ESPN Plus. Yes, it's got live sports, all kinds of live sports. It's got college football games that you can't find on TV. It's got a huge amount of college basketball. It's got a smattering of NHL. It's got boxing and UFC. You hear that, Will? And Sixto? In fact, you have to have ESPN Plus if you want to watch pay-per-view UFC events and rugby and cricket and you name it. I'll bet you Will and Sixto have already signed up for that. And then there's the matter of original content. Think Peyton Manning was resting on his retirement? Not quite. Peyton's place is keeping him plenty busy. Plus, football coach Les Miles has a show, and you can find the irreplaceable duo of Boomer and TJ and so much more right there on ESPN Plus. And yes, you can watch ESPN Plus on your TV too. And don't forget Hulu. The third arm of the trifecta is Hulu, which is also controlled by Disney. It's where you'll find all the on-demand content you've come to know from that service, as well as original shows like The Handmaid's Tale. And perhaps more important for Disney's purposes is Hulu with live TV, which, as the name implies, gets you live and local television alongside all that other content. How does Disney Plus library compare outside the US? There are differences in available content between countries. For instance, French law forbids theatrically released films from being put on a streaming service in that country for 3 years, so don't expect to see Avengers Endgame on Disney Plus in France until 2021. Glad I've already got it. So far, however, the differences between the available content in the United States, Canada, and the Netherlands have been small. Mainly that a few more of the recent Marvel and Disney films are currently unavailable. How long will it take for new movies to be added to Disney Plus? The newest films in Disney's repertoire aren't available on Disney Plus right now, but for most of them, we won't be waiting too long. Movies will launch on Disney Plus after the full theatrical and home video release, which will vary between individual films, but should be 5 to 8 months after the theatrical release. How long you'll have to wait, another link for new movies to reach Disney Plus. Since Disney Plus allows up to 7 user profiles on a single account, that's pretty good, and up to 4 user streams at a time, it's only natural that Disney Plus accounts are meant to be shared amongst family. However, when the kids are misbehaving or when a friend isn't chipping in the way they promised they would when you let them have your login, it's time to change the password and lock them out. It's very easy to get sucked in while watching your favorite shows on Disney. I put on an episode of Kim Possible to watch during lunch, and then pow, it's dinner time. Yeah, I know that feeling. But if you want to give yourself a leg up against being sucked in by the siren song of the binge watch, turn off autoplay. Having to hit play every 20 to 40 minutes can help you break the cycle and get back to work. And since autoplay is profile based, you can turn it off for your kids' account while leaving it on for yours. As a streaming service that is geared so much towards families and kids, parental controls on Disney Plus are pretty simplistic at the moment. You can set up a child's profile and set it to allow only content with a certain rating, rather than giving age-based restrictions, which I would have preferred. Disney's content filter works based on the MPAA and U.S. television content rating systems, meaning that you'll have to decide if you want your child to see only GTV G content or allow TV-Y7 and TV-Y7FV. Tips, trips, and troubleshooting, how to get the most out of Disney Plus. Like any new, okay, go for it.
All right. Like any new popular online service, Disney Plus is not all smooth sailing. As magical as it may seem at first glance, Disney Plus saw more users sign up on one day as it expected in all of 1 year. So overloaded servers have been the most prevalent problem so far, as evidenced by how widespread Error 83 has been. So of course, not all connection issues are related to the server strain. You might need to check and make sure your internet is fast enough. On some iPhones, you can get around Error 83 by switching from Wi-Fi to LTE, but you'll want to remember that this streaming Disney Plus that way can eat cap data plan alive.
Sure.
When servers are slow or your network is down completely, you can still watch Disney Plus videos you downloaded to your phone, tablet, Chromebook, at least. And let's see.
Yeah, you don't have to read all the costs; they can see it.
Okay. The pricing of Disney Plus varies a bit from country to country, but in all countries, you can save yourself a few bucks by opting for the annual billing rate rather than the monthly billing. One account can have up to 4 streams at one time, and up to 7 profiles on the account. So you probably won't need to shell out multiple accounts in one family. Disney also has a bundle option that gives users Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, additional supported Hulu for $12.99 a month. It gets a little complicated, but the short vision is that if you have a separate accounts on each of the 3 services, you can link them together in a sort of virtual bundle via a single email address. You pay Disney Plus once a month, and Disney Plus applies credits to ESPN Plus and Hulu paying. You should still be able to keep various Hulu add-ons like Hulu with live TV and limited commercial via this method. Disney offered a 33% discount on a 3-year subscription to D23 members back during and after D3 Expo in August. That has since closed. You had to pony up for the entire 3-year subscription up front, but you essentially paid 2 years to get 1 free. So diehard Disney fans, that was an excellent deal. If you have a Verizon Unlimited plan, you can get a year of free Disney Plus thanks to the promotion. It's calling Disney Plus on Us. You can sign up for your free year through Verizon's website. And if you've already taken advantage of D23 3-year subscriptions, congratulations. You can stack promotions and get 4 years for the price of 2. Oh, how I envy you. And let's see, considering that Disney doesn't currently allow any promo codes. I wouldn't hold my breath on seeing any specific Black Friday discounts, especially since the service just launched. And how can I give Disney Plus as a Christmas gift? At the moment, Disney Plus memberships had to be purchased directly, but Disney is supposed to launch a Disney Plus gift cards that can be given as gifts. No concrete timeline has been given, but I'm optimistic we'll see Disney Plus gift cards available by the first week in December so that Disney can capitalize on the holiday shopping season. How does Disney Plus stack up to the competition? Disney Plus is entering an already crowded streaming market, pitting a brand new product against a seasoned services like Netflix and Amazon. The content available for Disney Plus is quite impressive, and the pricing is even more so. With the Disney Plus bundle still costing less than a Netflix premium subscription, which has made it quite easy to swap over for many to swap over to Disney offerings.
Okay,
That looks like it.
so it sounds like a pretty good deal to me. I don't see myself getting it, but of course now I've got you to, I can pick your brain and find out how much you like it.
Yeah,
The Mandalorian may suck me in at some point because I'm a sucker for Star Wars, and I'm also my favorite movies are Avengers movies. So right
I
now,
think it's a pretty good deal.
yeah, this does seem like a good deal, and it's quite a bit cheaper than Netflix too. So I'd say all in all,
True.
that's a pretty good deal.
Just hoping they keep it that way.
Yeah, I think if they're smart, they will, and I think Disney is pretty smart. Okay, so our next thing is, and I just figured next week being next week, we should have some Black Friday stories. So, and I know Mike and Will and I discussed it a little bit last week. Of course, I'm having trouble pulling it up on my screen. It's not coming up. Can you pull up the Black
Yeah,
Friday?
yeah, I can. I've got it pulled up here.
Okay, why don't you go
So-
ahead and start reading that because my computer is balking at something.
All right, sure. Black Friday 2019 early deals and sneak peek at upcoming deals. It says Black Friday has evolved considerably over the years. What once began as a one-day shopping event has turned into something much bigger. Many Black Friday deals begin days before November 29th and stretch into Cyber Monday and beyond. Last year, we also saw an increase of Black Friday sales. Black Friday is now essentially a month-long event, starting slowly in the first weeks of November and then ramping up through the rest of the month. Below, you'll find a curated list of the best Black Friday deals in 2019 that we could find. When should you participate in Black Friday? Now that Black Friday's time frame has blurred, you might wonder when you should actually participate. Many of the best deals typically take place between November 28th and December 1st. That said, it doesn't hurt to go in on an early deal, even if the price might be slightly lower in the month. That's why is that? Simply put, there's less competition, so you're more likely to actually get the product. Waiting until the best Black Friday deals come out often means that you're fighting in a virtual or physical line to get your products. Beyond that, some retailers will put out solid deals earlier so they can get more attention now instead of competing with tons of other retailers offering sales during Black Friday. When will Black Friday ads become available? Every retailer is different, and many wait until the last possible minute to release official ads. Ads often leak starting in November, and by the second week, most ads are already available. So far, Target, Lenovo, Costco, and Newegg are among the companies that have ads available. We will be curating a Black Friday deals from several retailers as we get closer to the big day. Check back on this page often Black Friday 2019 deals that you can take advantage of now. Black Friday might be a week away, but we're already seeing some great deals. AT&T, for those considering a switch to AT&T, some pretty great deals to be had right there. Right now, AT&T is offering several phones for free. You can switch to an AT&T on an unlimited. You will have your choice between an iPhone XR, Galaxy S10e, Pixel 4, or LG G8X. For more deals, you can go in there and check it out. It's Amazon. First up, Amazon is offering a few discounts as part of its Happy Holiday Deals promotion, and then they list them there.
Right.
For
You've got the Dell deals there.
Yep. Dell, it lays them out nice here. Best Buy has several Vizio soundbar systems on sale ahead of Black Friday too. You better check them out quickly because most of the deals only go through Saturday, November 23rd. There's a bunch of Best Buy there.
You want me to read some? I got it up now.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
All right. So just as I said it, I've got it up now. My computer screen freezes. You better continue.
Oh, sure. Okay, so let's see here. Upcoming Black Friday deals. It says over the next few weeks, we'll be filling this section up with all our favorite upcoming Black Friday promotions. We will consistently update them as we learn more great deals. The exact times of these deals will go live will vary, but we'll be sure to update with specific date ranges soon. For now, think of this as a sneak peek of sorts to help you figure out some of these types of deals you can expect. They're showing the Google Pixel 4 XL, the Pixel 4, Galaxy Note Plus, and other ones, and listing them all, which is nice.
A whole bunch of them, yep.
Yeah. And then TV and streaming. And then it seems like it's going on and on
with all the deals, yep.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, so I just wanted to make anybody who's not aware, there's an awful lot of Black Friday deals to be had out there right now. And I think Best Buy, Target, Walmart, some of the best places to go and look, I would think. And
yeah, it's nice.
Good.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's nice that they've extended out like they have instead of it just being specifically on Black Friday.
Yes.
I mean, it helps them too. It helps stretch out the lines for the people. I've worked retail before, and I know how it is to work starting at midnight on Thanksgiving night and then working through into Black Friday morning. So it kind of takes some of the heat off them is when it starts earlier in the month.
Now, of course, I've never worked in that retail, but I would suspect that the pressure of the hours is nothing compared with the pressure of the people coming in for the deals.
Yeah, true.
People seem to go nuts, with the Black Friday stuff,
They do.
So anyway, folks, go out and get you. And of course, if you want to send anything in to me through Black Friday, just, want to buy me a phone, feel free. I'll send you my address and everything. And of course, you can see Super Chat is wide open. Anybody who wants to donate to the channel and help spread the technology, feel free any time. So we've got one more question. The weeks that I'm on with Mark and also next week, those weeks will be shorter, closer to an hour, a little under, a little over, but it won't be the usual 2 hours like I do with Will and Mike. So we've got one more story here. And last week, we talked about the Motorola Razr. So I just had one more story left. And I'm going to share the screen. Oh, wait, let me cancel out of that first. Mike's comment. Okay, here's Mike's comment. And he said, yeah, and these are some great deals out there. So it seems like everybody is happy with the deals. All right, so I'm going to share this last story I have for Motorola Razr, and I'll go ahead and read that one, assuming my computer cooperates. Okay, and this was simply some questions that are on CNET. Motorola Razr, 6 burning questions we still have about this foldable phone. Battery life, screen durability, and sale date top the list of things we don't know about Motorola's $1,500 Razr phone. The 2004 Motorola Razr is back for 2019, this time with a flexible, foldable 2.2-inch screen that bends in half and a 16-megapixel camera for all your shots. After playing with it at Motorola's Chicago headquarters, I called it streamlined, utterly pocketable, nostalgic with a sharp, futuristic edge. You might call it a flip phone for the modern age. It even has a secret retro keyboard for nostalgia seekers. Motorola Razr is the 3rd major foldable phone on the market after the Samsung Galaxy Fold and Huawei Mate X, which currently only sells in China. The Razr is also the first design of its kind, a tall, narrow, vertically flipping device rather than a tablet replacement that opens up like a book. Motorola's success or stumbles with the Razr could help set the direction of foldable phones to come. Maybe even Samsung's foldable clamshell, which the company teased at a developer conference last month. We know a lot about the foldable Razr phone. How much does it cost? The print will be $1,500, and when it goes on sale January 9th, how its specs stack up against the Samsung Galaxy Folds, and why Motorola wanted to make this foldable flip Razr in the first place. But there are some things we don't know, all of which will be crucial to the phone's success. And since pre-orders in the US don't begin until December 26th, it will be a while before we find out how durable the foldable screen really is. The Razr used a plastic OLED POLED display with a hard plastic coating on top. Plastic isn't as rigid as glass, which makes today's foldable phone screens more susceptible to damage. Early Galaxy Fold review units suffered from screen damage before Samsung was able to redesign the flaws. Although Motorola claims its early work on the plastic hard coat for the screen puts it in a better place than Samsung, it isn't clear how well the Razr screen will be able to sustain the stress of repeated opening and closing throughout its lifetime, and how well it can rebuff normal wear and tear by items coming into contact with the screen, even an accidental fingernail scratch. If the battery life will truly last all day. Motorola claims that the foldable Razr's 2,510 milliamp battery will last you all day, but we obviously need to test to find out, both in our lab and through day-to-day observation. But without testing, a 2,510 milliamp battery is quite small to power 2 screens, the camera and all the rest. As one comparison, the Samsung Galaxy S10e has a 5.8-inch screen and a 3,100 milliamp battery. As another, much larger, Galaxy Fold has a 4,380 milliamp battery. Part of the problem is that the Razr's total battery capacity is divided into 2 parts. This design helps keep the phone balanced, so one half isn't heavier than the other, but using 2 batteries, which is typically less efficient than one larger battery of the same capacity. This was the case with the Galaxy Fold, which ran for less time than expected for its battery capacity, so we'll keep a sharp eye on the Razr's total battery life per charge. How splash-proof the screen and body are. The Razr isn't rated for waterproofing, but Motorola says it's splash-proof nonetheless. The foldable phone has been coated inside and out with nano coating, which helps protect internal electronic components from water damage. I'll want to see whether ordinary splashes and raindrops affect the screen and camera. The Galaxy Fold came with a long list of care instructions, that's an understatement, that highlight its fragility. including limited exposure to liquids, so this will be a real test of the razor's metal. If and when Motorola will sell it in colors other than black. Right now, the razor comes in one color, noir black. If demand is high enough, Motorola may work up a new tone. The first razor came in a rainbow of eye-popping shades beyond its original silver. I'd love to see this foldable razor similarly branch out. How many times the razor was folded during testing? Yeah, that was one of Samsung's big deals, how many thousands of times they folded it. Motorola isn't saying how many times its razor was folded and unfolded as part of the stress test. Since in our test, the Galaxy Fold broke after about half the time Samsung said it was test rated for 100,000 folds versus 200,000 folds. Our interest is high. Nobody wants a $1,500 investment to fall apart over the course of a year or two, even though Motorola's warranty does cover a replacement. Here's Motorola's statement on durability. We didn't bring the new Motorola Razr to market until we knew it was ready. We have full confidence in the durability of the FlexView display, and based on our research, it will last for the average lifespan of a smartphone. We acknowledge this is a brand new technology, and we are committed to continue improving as the industry evolves. Therefore, we've created a world-class service package to make sure every Razr customer has an exceptional experience. If it's worth buying, and if so, for whom? You want to know, and so do I. Is the Razr a feather in the cap for collectors with means, or will it be a practical device for everyday people? This is unfortunately a question that only the reviewer can answer. After extensively testing the screen, battery stamina, real-life pocketability, and camera. When the review phone arrives, I'll use the device as my one and only phone. Until then, I'll keep posting updates about the Motorola Razr as new information comes in. Feel free to share burning questions of your own in the comments section, or reach out to me at jdolcode on Twitter. And my screen just went crazy. Okay, in the right place. And that's a good point, that last point. Is this phone for just people with means and money, or is this phone for everyday people? And at $1,500, you're kind of pushing away everyday people, in my opinion. What do you think, Mark?
I agree.
Yeah.
I still think it's kind of a passing fad, in my opinion,
but see,
I can't see.
Okay. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'm feeling like a lot of these reviewers, I'm fascinated by this thing, and to me, it looks a heck of a lot more durable than the Galaxy Fold. But, we don't know. I'm just going by looks,
Right.
And I don't see myself laying out $1,500, especially for a Snapdragon 710, I think, processor.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, I agree. I think folding it, coming up with the vertical fold as opposed to the horizontal, what's a much better place to start.
Yeah, I tend to design
less screen to crack.
Yeah, but they're folding. The fact that they're not telling us about their stress testing and folding is interesting, because according to that article, the Galaxy Fold, and you saw that all over the place, the Galaxy Fold said, oh yeah, 200,000 fold, and they broke theirs after 100,000. That's half, baby. That's a huge difference. So it's suspicious that Motorola won't tell you what their stress showed,
Yeah, I watched several YouTube videos on it today and stuff. They're considering it like an upper mid-range phone.
Yeah.
As far as but yeah, I mean, I can, because it's folding, I can understand. I mean, where they're starting the price out at. I mean, I understand that, but it's I don't know.
Yeah,
that's
right.
Yeah, that's just.
And Mike, you see Mike's comment there. I agree with Mike. I love the fact that they're being innovative, and I love the fact that Motorola's is so different than Huawei's and Samsung's. And it is
True.
cheaper than Huawei's and Samsung's too. But still, I don't see myself getting this for $1,500. Of course, if anybody wants to send me a Christmas present, I'm but yeah, it's just, to me, the whole idea is fascinating, but I think we'll all have to wait to see a lot of hands-on videos on this thing. What do you think?
True. Well, and it's a start. I mean, like everything, it can, hopefully they can improve on the screen wear, and in time price goes down.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, my personal feeling is that they've already made it better than Samsung did. I could be wrong.
I think so too.
So we shall see. So that's the end of our stories for tonight. Everyone should give Mark a great congratulations for his first night on the stream, and he will be back next month. And Mark, I'm very, very happy that you came in. And I got another comment from Mike here. Give it a month. Xiaomi will have a folding device for $750. Yeah, and if they do, that might be one I'd be going for.
Yeah.
Anyway, so hope everybody enjoyed us tonight, and you'll be seeing more of Mark in the future. Next week, it'll be me and my friend Steve Warman from Britain, and you'll all get to meet him. So thanks everybody that tuned in. Keep in mind that the first 3 Fridays of every month, Mike, Will, and I, Fridays with months with 5 Fridays. Mark will be here on the 4th. Steve Warman will be here on the 5th. So thanks for joining us, folks. Thanks for those who watched us on Facebook. And we will see you. I'll see you next week. And Mark and I will see you next month. And everybody have a wonderful, safe, and happy Thanksgiving. Talk to you.
Thanks, guys.